Hey everybody, this is Nikki with Success Breeds Success and whyiloveit.isogenics.com. I am out walking and just seriously enjoying a gorgeous, gorgeous day. We're still supposed to be in winter here, but it feels like a gorgeous spring day. Hallelujah. So nice. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about opportunities. Now, for the record, I am not talking about anything to do with any company. I'm not talking about goals and different things like that. Hey, you guys want to see some cool chickens? This is some of the things you find in my neighborhood. Is funny. Can you see the chickens? They're right underneath that truck right there. Anyway, weirdest things. Anyway, it's funny, you look in people's backyards, you'll find horses and goats, but we're in the middle of a urban city. Anyway, I'm not talking about businesses. I'm not talking about, money. We're learning to recognize opportunities. Now, opportunities don't always look like we expect. Like, it would be so nice for someone to walk up to me and go, Nick, I'm investing $100 million in you. Do what you want. Heck, 100,000. I don't care. It would be nice if it looked that easy, right? But a lot of times, opportunities can look like a busted shoulder, a busted back. It can look like being fired. It can look like a day that you had nothing to do on. There's so many different opportunities, and they're all around us. Doesn't matter where you're looking, doesn't matter what you're doing. Like, for example, I have an opportunity right now to go for a walk. Why? Because I wasn't doing anything, so decided to go for one. It's a gorgeous day. But if someone handed you an opportunity and you were looking at your goals, your dreams, and they said, hey, what would you need to make your dreams come true? Would you take it? Now, some of the things that I've noticed in today's world is that a couple things. One, we're really cynical. When somebody hands something, you go, what's the catch? And we've forgotten that sometimes people do things just because they can. So, that guy over there, the one with these two dogs, rescues every single dog. If he sees a stray dog, that dog is instantly loved. Awesome guy. Anyway, where was I? So if someone said that, if they came up to you and said, hey, what do you want to do? What would you say? What would you do? Would you think about, oh, I'm already in a job. I can't, my kids, I can't because whatever that stupid reason is that's keeping you from doing your dreams already. Do you always make statements like, if only, if I had the time, if I had the money? All these wonderful reasons, translate excuses, for not following our dreams. The only person keeping you from reaching your dream is you. All those other things, they're not obstacles. They're just little challenges for you to overcome. Because if getting your dream was that easy, would you really value it? I used to think, of course I would. It's my dream. But I've learned over the years, as I have worked towards my dreams, that it was all the work that made my dream worth it. It wasn't getting the dream in the end. It was actually the whole entire journey. And I loved it. When I was singing and working towards my dream, my first big dream was to sing at Carnegie Hall. And holy cow, did I work my butt off. I sang 4 hours a day, and Then, when I was going to perform, I'd sing 8 to 12 hours a day. And then finally, how old was I? I was 24. I was 24 years old. And I got chosen to come sing at Carnegie Hall. Do you have any idea how cool that was? Oh, I sang 12 hours a day. That was the formal, rehearsals. But I didn't stop there. After I finished singing those 12 hours formally, threw in my headphones, because at that time they were headphones, not earbuds, and just kept singing. And then when we go out, all of us as a group of those of us who were chosen, we keep singing, making up songs. But we kept singing. And when we did the performance, which took 2 hours of our life, it wasn't the performance itself that got me. It was walking around on the Carnegie Hall stage. It was before anyone else was there. Nobody was there. It was realizing all the hard work I'd done to get there and recognizing the opportunities I took, not just received. It's the ones I took, because anybody can receive a gift. It was so worth it. And my dream was realized, and that's just one. And it took all the years of preparation behind it for me to recognize the opportunity and for me to actually take the opportunity. Forgive me, I'm sounding breathless because I'm walking uphill. But when it comes to opportunities in life, the first thing that gets to happen is you choosing in. Not because somebody gave you something to choose into, but because you already have a dream that you've chosen into. That is the first part of recognizing an opportunity. The second part of recognizing an opportunity is knowing why you want that opportunity. Why is it that opportunity, your dreams, is so important to you? Why is it that you get up in the morning? Why is it that you keep going to work? And if any of you daggone tell me that, I have to pay my bills, so help me God, I'll slap you in your sleep. I'll haunt you in your dreams and slap you in your sleep. It's, look, I'm going to show you something. Look behind me, what do you see? You see I'm standing at a crossroads, right? I can go any direction. One of them leads to where I would like to go. One of them goes further uphill. Another one's even higher uphill. Another goes downhill, just goes back to where I've been. They're all opportunities. Even in this one simple little moment, for me to choose what works for me, what works for my path, what works for my dreams. I can go back down and waste all the effort I just made climbing up that stinking hill and never get anywhere. Just go back to what I've been doing all morning, which really isn't that much. I can choose a new direction that I haven't gone yet, but is heading in the direction that I want to go. I can head another direction that I know will get me where I want to go, and it has a great scenery on the way. Or I can take a direct path, which takes me exactly where I want to go. I know what it is that I want. I'm willing to do the work to get there. I climb these hills. It's choices, folks. But back to the whys. When we have all these choices in our heads and we have all these things that we have to do, you know, I did this, have to do. And we're surrounded by people who, you know, are so used to doing the exact same thing. By the way, we're going to get to that. Remember this point. You know, people who are surrounding us that are doing the exact same thing as we are. You know, grudging along through the day, head down to the grindstone, not looking up, not realizing that they can walk a different path, choose differently. It's easy to forget why we even get up in the morning. Why we keep living a life, or I should say existing, because if your nose is constantly grindstone, you only get up to go to work, to pay bills, to go back home, to sleep, to get up, to do it all over again. That's not living, folks. Anyone who tells you they're living a life and they have a life and they're just doing that, they're not living. It's not worth it. But when you think about, you know, reaching for those dreams and you smile because, you know, those things are what you've always dreamed of. And you know they're out there and you know you want it, whatever it is. And you make that decision that you're going for it, you have just created an opportunity. An opportunity for someone to assist you. For you to visualize, and actually, because you're so focused on it, it's there right in front of you. Have you guys ever wanted a car? A very specific car? Like, for my example, my daughter has wanted a Volkswagen Bug forever, you know? And the moment she decided that's what she wanted, she started seeing them everywhere. And she's like, she'd tell her friends, hey, Jay, that's my car. See? There's my car. There's my car. And because she wanted it so much, she focused on it and she was so concentrating on it. All of a sudden it was just there. Everywhere she went, she saw that car. And it just seemed to pop out at her. Well, now she has that car. But the thing is, my point with that is when you focus on something and you're so in tune to it, it's going to be right there in front of you. You get up in the morning, you think about it. You go throughout your day, you think about it. Have little sticky notes everywhere, you know? Not just, you know, saying, I want this. No, claim it. I have whatever it is. We'll talk about my daughter. I have a 1973 Volkswagen Beetle. Boom. Now, by the way, yesterday we had a conversation. She's like, Mom, when I was claiming my car, I forgot to say the color. I got her a candy red one. She wants powder blue. Anyway, she's a blue color. I like red. And, but be very specific. I have whatever it is. Now, for her, is I have a Volkswagen Beetle that's baby blue, you know? And I have it now. Not later, now. Never say later. When is later? Does later have an exact time? No! Does later come at any specific moment? No. Does later ever come? No. Tomorrow never comes, later never comes, someday never comes. The only day that you know that is here and now is today. It's the only day you can count on. And even then, you don't know how much of today you can count on. So, first off, first part of recognizing an opportunity is to create it by having a vision, knowing what it is you want. Second part is knowing why you want it, focusing on that why, and following it. You know, every morning, every day, every night before you go to bed, and in your breaks, while you're driving your car. Do you know how many hours a day we as people spend in our cars? Jim Rohn says, this is so awesome. It's either Jim Rohn or Darren Hardy. We actually, within 12 years, just driving our car, 12 years in our car, could have earned a PhD in self-development. If you just listened to audio in your car. So if you could do that, listening to audio in your car, how much time is that? that you could be focusing on your dreams. You know, people are always like, Nikki, why aren't you listening to music? And hey, I want the radio playing with all these ads and blaring noise. I can't think. Like, you guys, I really can't think. And the most important part about being in my car when I drive is the silence. I can focus on my dreams. I can focus on self-development. I can focus on what it is that makes me me and keeps me going every single stinking day, you know? And I love it. And that silence is golden to me. And it's not really silence because everything going on in my head, whoo, I'm telling you. So let's go to the next part. So we've got our vision, we know what we want. We've moved on to creating it in our heads and following it with focus. Now we get to prepare. I told you when I sang at Carnegie, for singing at Carnegie Hall, I was singing between 4 and 12 hours a day, plus. Michael Jordan practiced hours and hours and hours to get up there. And as much as I hate to use Tiger Woods as an example, he's been playing golf since before he could talk. All preparation. You know, when you see people who seem to just get their dreams, you don't see all the other preparation that's gone on behind it. It's not that they were lucky. I guarantee it wasn't just because they were lucky. It's because they prepared for it. So, what is it that you get to do to prepare for your dreams? What is it that you get to learn? You know, Sir Richard Branson says, when someone gives him an opportunity, he says yes. Then he figures out how to do it. You know, it's amazing what's available to us and what opportunities we have to just move forward. But because we get stuck in logistics, how am I going to do this? Why is this supposed to be? What do I need to do? Blah, blah, blah. Let all that stuff go. Say yes first, figure it out after. Because if you're concentrating on it, you're going to attract the people that you need for it. Nothing stops us but us. So, all right. So now, vision, focus, preparation, acceptance. Acceptance is the hardest part of the entire process. I can hear you guys almost going, what? How do you mean acceptance is the hardest process? You know, anyone can get up in the morning and keep going, right? You guys do it every day when you go to work. You force yourself out of bed at an ungodly hour for you, because you didn't want to be getting up for that, if you're doing something you don't enjoy, that is. You go to work and you exchange time for money. And it's never enough money, because that's not what a job is for. A job is there to keep you just over broke. Just enough money to keep you going until the next paycheck, to keep you going to the next paycheck. So you know it's possible to get up. Anybody can do it. But, and this is huge, usually when people ask us, hey, do you want this? First question is, what's the catch? Why are you giving it? Why do I get to have it? I'm going to give you the underlying, there's people who pay thousands and thousands of dollars to hear this. You guys are getting this for free. People give all these excuses for not taking something. Pride, stupid right there. Pride is the stupidest thing. Gary Vaynerchuk says that. He's like, you have no pride when you're going for success. You have pride. Again, it's stupid. You have fear, which is huge. The funny thing is, a lot of times it's not fear of failure. It's fear of letting someone else's down because what they'll think about you and what will happen because you didn't get it the first time. Blah, blah, blah. Fear. And in some cases, I can understand that fear. I'm a mom. One of my biggest fears was, when I was a while ago, was, oh my gosh, I don't have enough to pay rent. Which am I going to pay now? Am I going to have enough to make sure she has enough food for the week? I know that fear. Where are we going to live? Another fear of mine was, what happens to me if I'm not here? When I went through some medical crises, what happens to my kid? Now those fears that fear propelled me forward. So fear does serve a purpose, but some fears are really stupid. And yes, I say stupid. Yes, that is judgment. If it's your fears holding you back from doing something you love, you got a better term? Because I don't. You know, so fear is another big thing people use to say no. And the last thing is, and I think this is the biggest one, they don't think themselves good enough. How often is it that you don't think yourself good enough for the opportunity that's presented to you? How many times have you turned yourself down for a promotion? Instead of putting yourself in for it, turning yourself down for it. I have a friend, his name is Jason. I won't say his last name because I haven't asked him if it's okay to share this story. But Jason is one of the most amazing guys I know. He goes through a lot of crap every day. A lot of crap. Because he does so many things that most people wouldn't even recognize. For 9 years, he put in for this promotion over and over and over again. Denied every single time. And he and I spoke about it. He's like, I don't think I'm going to put him in for it this time. I said, you got to put in for it. He goes, I've put in for it for 9 years, over and over again. I'm like, do it again. Just keep doing it. You know, he got that promotion because he believed himself that he was worthy. He did it. Nobody else did in our leadership chain at that time. Everybody thought he couldn't do it, even though over and over again he proved the loyal one. He had the longest time on that contract. He was always there. He always went above and beyond, and he took care of his people, and he knew he deserved that promotion. You guys, it was the 10th year. How many of you would stick your dreams that long, or stick to something that long to get what you wanted? He got it. I think he's worth a lot more than he settled for, but it was what he wanted. And that is a huge step for him. And by the way, he's still moving up. And I'm very, very proud of him. So acceptance. Do you think you're worth it? Because if you don't believe in yourself, how are you going to expect anyone else in the world to believe in you? They're just going to see you through the same, video or vision that you see yourself. You project what you feel. People say, oh, I smile, I look good, they wear a suit. But inside, they're a thug in their mind. Guess what? You're still a thug. Not because you changed your clothes, but because you're still thinking like a thug. Get out of that mindset. You change your world. You change everything about your world. When you learn to accept you and you change you, everything changes. Everything. And you're worth it. You can do it. It starts here. It starts here. Well, let me do it the other side. Here, in your heart. Believe here. Challenge yourself here. Say it over and over here and here. And hear it. See it. Say it. Hear it. Be it. Your whole world will change. So, going back to opportunities. Vision. See it for yourself. Focus. Claim it. I have, I am statements, not I will, one day, someday. No, I am, I have. And not later, now. Preparation. Prepare for that experience. Prepare for that opportunity that's coming. Gotta prepare. No matter what it is, no matter how simple, how big. Heck, you want to have a baby, you gotta prepare. Have sex, lots and lots and lots of sex over and over again. You know, sometimes you might get on the first try, which was the case with my daughter. But over and over and over again, you're gonna practice. And finally, acceptance. Let go of the fears. Oh, excuse me, remember your why. Excuse me, I forgot your why. Know your why. Finally, acceptance. Believe in yourself so others can believe in you. I know that's hard. You know that saying, fake it till you make it? Fake it till you make it, folks. Anybody can do anything. Anyone can succeed. It's a choice. It starts here, and then it goes everywhere else. Wow. Okay. It starts in those places. You can do this. And you get all that stuff done when the opportunity is right in front of you and says, here you go. You can take it. And for the first time, maybe, actually know that it's yours. And watch yourself move forward and succeed. All right, one last thing, and I'm gonna let you guys go because this is gonna be a really long video. My daughter says these little things to me, and it's funny, you know. When my daughter was 3. When my daughter was 3, she told me with the biggest smile and with her little 3-year-old arms, which are only about this long, spread as wide as she possibly could. She's like, Mama, when I grow up, I'm gonna have a big butt just like yours. You know, it hurt so much, as much as it felt good to know that she wanted to be like me. To have her tell me that, though, it hurt as much as it made me feel good. Skip forward to her being 15 at the time, 15. She's like, I just lost, like, I don't know how many pounds I'd lost at that point, maybe about 60. She says to me, Mom, this is so weird. I'm not used to my mom being beautiful. Huge. At 12, she realized a house that she's dreamed of since she was before. I have a picture still of the house that she drew for me to show me what our house was going to look like one day. At the end of 2012, she was a lovely one. At the end of 2012, that picture was a reality. She focused on it. She kept drawing it over and over. The kid's almost grown now, fully, into adulthood. And she sees me. She tells me that, Mom, there are times when I just didn't think things were going to happen. Because I'm seeing things happen now. I don't have to become a dentist now. I can do what I want to do. She was going to go to become a dentist, but she would be a great dentist. She was going to become a dentist just because then she'd know she'd have enough money to take care of her. She's been worried. My daughter now believes she can accomplish something. So my final point after sharing all that is this. When you change your life, when you take those opportunities, when you believe in yourself and create the changes, it's not just in you that you're creating those changes. All around you, you ripple. And for me to ripple with my daughter is the biggest blessing, biggest gift, best